Hello, world. Today, we are going to ask ChatGPT to plan a cyber attack. Now, disclaimer, of course, because you know YouTube, they're picky. This is all ethical, it's all fabricated, it's all fake. I just want to see how AI does in planning a good, plausible hack. So, let's get started. Let's see what AI can do. Okay, first one. Outline a basic phishing attack against a fictional company. Okay, sure. Here's a basic outline of a fictional phishing attack against a made-up company called Bytehaven Solutions, a mid-sized tech consultancy. This is for educational and awareness purposes only. Thank you, ChatGPT, for the disclaimer. Okay. Employees, 250, tech stack, Office 365, Slack, Jira, Zoom. External facing site, Bytehaven.io. Slay Bytehaven.io. Goal of the attacker. Harvest employee credentials, potential lateral movement for internal recon, possibly drop malware, or initiate BEC, business email compromise. Okay, those are the goals. Ooh, okay, code. Or sorry, craft email written in code font. Phishing attack outline. Reconnaissance. Scrape LinkedIn for employee names and job titles. Identify the IT director and HR manager. Find public templates of company emails. First dot last name. Check MX records. Discover they're using Microsoft 365 via NS Lookup or MX Toolbox. So, find public templates of company emails. Why, ladies and gentlemen? You don't put your first dot last name in company emails. Never first and last name. That's very stupid. I've seen some clients have first dot last name in their email. Stupid, don't do it. Set up a lookalike domain, bytehaven-support.com. Clone M365 login portal using a phishing kit. SE toolkit, social engineering toolkit, one of the tools you could use. And I have a video going over SE toolkit. I'll link it somewhere. I forgot what the video is called or how long ago I posted it, but it's somewhere. Use a wildcard SSL cert via Let's Encrypt to make the site seem legit. Ooh, okay, the craft email. Due to recent security upgrades, all Bytehaven employees must re-authenticate their Office 365 accounts by April 30th. Please log in at the secure link below to avoid access disruptions. SPF DKIM not configured properly on target domain. Attacker spoof domain gets through. Spoofed from name Bytehaven IT desk. Yes. SPF DKIM not configured properly on target domain. Bytehaven's domain. That's why SPF and DKIM are very important. It verifies that the sender is legit and from the legit domain. Delivery. Send phishing email at 8:47 a.m. Peak inbox checking time. I don't know if that's necessarily correct because time zones, but I'm sure AI knows better than me. That's a joke. AI does not know better than me. Anyway, target a small batch first. Employees in HR and finance. Execution. Victim clicks link, sees a perfect Microsoft login spoof. Creds are sent via post to attacker's server. Post request. Web stuff. Login form then redirects to actual Microsoft login page covering tracks. Okay, then impact. Attacker uses creds to access employees' email, scans for invoice, PDFs, wire transfers, SharePoint links, attempts internal phishing via Teams or email to escalate privileges, detection and mitigation, enforce MFA across all accounts, implement email filtering with DKIM SPF DMARC properly set, train employees to report suspicious emails, and monitor login anomalies. Would you like a visual attack diagram or want to expand this into a tabletop? Let's do a visual. So yes, all of that is extremely plausible and pretty accurate. Usually with phishing, that is what they'll do. They'll just send a link like within a PDF or just a link and then redirect you to a spoof site. You put in your creds, they get it, then it takes you to the legit site. That's called a domain redirect, and then get your creds. I just went over analyzing phishing emails in another one of my recent videos posted last week. So the last video down. I'll also link that if you want to see some real life examples of phishing. Okay, so they're saying they can't generate the request. So no visual today. How would you ethically hack a theme park's ticket system? Which I don't know a lot about hardware hacking, I guess this would be. So this will be interesting to read. Okay, pre-engagement, written permission, define scope, ticket purchase portal, APIs, on-site kiosk. That's what I want. I want to see the on-site kiosk. Okay, OSINT, domain names, dev.tickets.themepark.com. Examine job posting our documentation leaks. Use tools like Shodan or Census for exposed infrastructure. Shodan! I've also done a video on Shodan. All of these are going over videos I've done. I'll link that too. Anyway, application testing, ticket website testing, input validation, cross-site scripting, login, ticket quantity fields, authentication, brute force weak logins, check for 2FA, session fixation, business logic. Ooh, buy a ticket for $0, use a single QR code more than once, modify ticket types, reuse, order numbers or referral code. Business logic, I really like business logic. Yeah, that's most interesting to me with pen testing. Anyway, API abuse. Use tools like Burp Suite or Postman to replay ticket purchase requests, alter price or user ID fields in post/put requests, manipulate JWTs, test for rate limiting. Mobile app testing. Decompile the APK. Look for hard-coded API keys. Check insecure storage. Hook the app with Frida or objection to manipulate flows. Okay, physical ticket testing. This is what I want. Test if QR/barcodes are guessable, reusable after scanning, not tied to payment confirmation. Try emulating the barcode using tools like ZBar, QR code generator, or NFC spoofing if RFID. Flipper Zero. That's where that can come in handy. Social engineering. Test for help desk abuse. Claim a ticket was lost to get free reissue. Simulate scam refund request or fake staff logins. Example exploit. You find that a post request to API/purchase accepts a price parameter from the client. You intercept the request in Burp Suite, change price, $0, and the ticket still gets issued. You responsibly disclose this under your contract and suggest server-side validation. Yes, server-side validation. I have done some CTFs similar to this, web app pen testing. They only have client-side validation, which means everything is kind of validated there on the client. I don't know the official definition, but that's just how I'm explaining it. Instead of sending it to the server to be validated, it's all validated like there. If that makes any sense. I don't know the actual definition. But yeah, which can be easily manipulated. Okay, so the official definition, without me explaining it in that really vague way, because I don't know the official definition, client-side validation is vulnerable to manipulation by malicious users who can disable or modify JavaScript, or use other client-side tools to bypass the validation. Server-side validation is more secure because it occurs on the server, which the user has less control over. So, yes, that is the official, one of the official definitions. So I want them to go more into the physical, the physical ticket testing, yes. Again, only under legal authorization. Yes. Thank you, ChatGPT. Okay. Barcode, QR code analysis. Inspect format, PDF 417, code 128 QR. Use barcode scanners. Decoder online to decode printed tickets. Look for predictable patterns. Do the tickets increment? Are expiration dates, ticket types, or user IDs embedded in plain text? Test modification, clone and alter the QR code, reprint or re-render with slight modifications. Try using a valid code across multiple days or entrances. So, do the ticket codes increment? 001, 002. My question is, and I don't know a lot about hardware hacking, so my question, if the ticket codes increment 001, 002, wouldn't you have to, I guess which ticket code yours is? Or if you know which ticket code you have, wouldn't you have to the official term is going out of my head, as in I can't remember the official term. But wouldn't you have to, as in they call it, race to get the next code? And if people are buying tickets a lot, you would have to try and get in there faster than the other person to get the next increment. I forgot the official term for that. But yeah. I don't know. And then like do the increments like are they static? Like once you have it, you have it? Or is it like dynamic and like changes and like IPs? It's IPs, they're usually not static, DHCP, leases. Is it the same thing with these ticket codes? Good questions. Anyway. Printer and paper analysis. Examine the physical attributes. Is thermal or UV sensitive paper used? Any anti-copy features, holograms, microtext. Photocopy the ticket. Will the system still accept a photocopy? Try grayscale versus color printouts. Access control system behavior. Watch turnstile behavior closely. Does a failed scan show an error? Can you scan and use tickets on a different gate with a delay? Look for a lack of synchronization between scanners, offline modes that don't validate in real time. Dumpster diving, which is also used. Collect discarded tickets, test if they're still valid, look for ways to reactivate or modify. See, all this stuff is really interesting to me, especially like hardware hacking. I don't really know a lot about it. So I like learning about it. Also, I like recon, physical pen testing. Like, all this stuff is very interesting to me. So I would love to learn more about it, actually. Anyway, next prompt. Next one. Plan a cyber attack using only a toaster and a paperclip. We'll see what AI comes up with this one. I can't help but planning real cyber attacks, even hypothetical ones. But you just did! That simulate malicious behavior, but I can walk you through how to turn that idea into a fun cybersecurity license kit or CTF puzzle. Okay, here's how to spin it constructively. Toaster represents an IoT device with a poorly secured embedded OS. Paperclip symbolizes a physical override tool. Think resetting routers, ejecting locks, SIM trays, or hacking keypads. Girl, I don't want a symbol. I don't want a metaphor. I want realness. Oh, wait, okay. The toaster has a debug port exposed on the bottom. Use the paperclip to short pins and boot into maintenance mode. Why physical access equals root access and many embedded devices. IoT exploitation. A smart toaster connects to Wi-Fi and uses Telnet with no password. Why default creds and unsecure protocols are still a major issue. Supply chain backdoor. The toaster's firmware includes a hidden backdoor from the manufacturer. Risk in trusting unverified firmware or third-party hardware. Social engineering. Convince the help desk that your toaster is corporate approved. Use the paperclip to trigger a hardware error, then call IT for support. A physical failure is used in pretext for phishing and privilege escalation. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know much about IoT hacking, which I want to learn. But yeah, it seems plausible. Okay, this one. What is the silliest cyber attack you can legally recommend? Let's see. Printer spamming on your own network. You are on your home lab or test network. Someone forgot to lock down their network printer. You find the IP, connect to the web interface, or use tools like LP or cups and send a silly ASCII art or memes to the printer repeatedly. LP or LPR for Linux, Mac, InMap to find open ports. 9100 is jet direct printing. ASCII meme text files, optional bash script to loop it. Ah, and here's the bash script. Trollface.txt. Gotta love the troll face. The printer spits out meme after meme, and you get the satisfaction of performing a DOS via dad jokes. Gotta love a DOS via dad jokes. Am I right? Why it's legal. It's on your own network. You're targeting devices you own. No real harm, just some wasted paper. That's fun. That's the silliest one I can think of, though. I'm sure there's sillier ones. More silly. Let's see. Let's crank the silliness up to full DEFCON goose mode. Yeah. Also, who else hates the new ChatGPT personality? Jesus Christ. Anyway. Rick roll DNS poisoning. Redirect all DNS requests for common sites like YouTube, Google to a locally hosted Rick Ashley video. SpongeBob keyboard injection. Use a rubber ducky or flipper zero to inject a meme keyboard payload that makes the victim's typing randomly switch between SpongeBob case. Also, I'm getting sidetracked, but this is cool. Speaking of whatever it said to hacking the toaster, right? I don't remember. Bypassing getting to the firmware, things like that. This is completely off topic, but I find it interesting. 3DS Hacks Guide. A complete guide to 3DS and 2DS custom firmware. From stock to boot 9 strap. Yeah. Custom firmware. Full software modification for your 3DS comparable to administrator access on a computer. It allows you to do anything that the 3DS is physically capable of doing, rather than being limited by whatever Nintendo allows you to do. Running homebrew software and games made for or ported for the Nintendo 3DS. And it is the Luma 3DS custom firmware. Luma 3DS will automatically remove the region lock and allow you to run unsigned software. So that's something else you can do with custom firmware, like overriding firmware root administrator access. Um, yeah, since Nintendo doesn't support eShop anymore, and they don't support anything for the 3DS and 2DS. Anyway, I'm getting way off track. Ugh, wait, hold on. I'll show you. 1 second. I'm back. Influencer, beauty influencer. This is my 2DS. This is hopefully this is way off track. Anyway, I had to show you. Isn't that cool? And yeah, I always forget I have this homebrewed 2DS. I don't utilize it enough. Homebrewed 2DS. Also, that quality is amazing on the camera. Besides the point, this is the homebrewed 2DS. Um, all these games on here I have now, they're my games. Legit software. Do not pirate software. Disclaimer. All of these I have on here now, legit. You can do Picto Chat. Hello? Anyway. Anyways, that's my rant. Custom firmware on this bad boy. Yeah, and I don't utilize it enough, which I should. Anyways, major sidebar. That's the video. What do you guys think of the ChatGPT prompts? Were they good? Were they not? I personally think they're pretty accurate. So props to AI. Anyway, make sure to like, subscribe, punch all the buttons in the face, and I will see you in the next video.